Okay, we should be live. So let me see if this is actually working. Did I copy the right link? Oh, it went away. There you go. Fuck my life. There you go. They should be working. And maybe I should close this. There you go. Yeah, there we go. So I want you guys to know that I'm currently not streaming with my YouTube profile, but with my boyfriend's, for the simple fact that I didn't know that you needed 24 hours to confirm your profile. Let me see if you can hear me. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. You needed 24 hours for YouTube to give you a key, and I didn't know that. So this morning, because it's 3 p.m. here, so this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I'll fix it. And then it said 24 hours. And I'm like, oh, damn. What am I gonna do now? So yeah, I did a big goof. And I wasn't aware of this thing, but it's all good. Next time I'm gonna stream, I'm gonna be using my own stuff. Now let me see. I'm trying to get my reference to be up, always on top. There we go. So I don't know if the chat on Watch Me Work is the same as YouTube. So I am just gonna keep both, I guess, just in case. And my reference. So my second screen is gonna be divided in 3. Oof, that's quite a thing. So as you guys can see, today I'm working on, this is my very first stream here. I'm actually really excited. Today I'm working on this castle. The textures look a bit cranky right now, but it's normal because that's how they get rendered in real time. Once they actually get rendered with a nice lighting and everything, they're gonna actually be quite decent. The first time I put them with this way, with a standard surface, which is an Arnold shader, I was panicking because I was like, oh my god, this looks awful. Did I do something wrong? Am I ruining everything? And I was like, oh no, this is gonna explode. I'm a failure. No, the usual stuff. But then I finally realized that it is normal, apparently. I mean, that's how it looks. Even in the video tutorials I watched, it looked like that. Then when it renders, it actually looks nice. You guys can see a couple of my works in my profile on ArtStation, and as you can see, the rendering ends up looking good. So it's just temporary right now. So I am taking, I have a mood board for this, which looks like this. I just downloaded a couple of images that I liked about castles, and especially this castle. I don't know what it is, but it is astonishing. So I'm just trying to get, of course, like a similar shape in terms of general plan of the place, but I still wanted it to be my own, which is why it looks similar but not the same. For the simple fact that I felt like doing a castle and I wanted to do something a bit more realistic than usual because I don't know if you guys check out my portfolio, you can see that I have lately done a lot of cartoonish stuff. And yeah, that is mostly what I feel more comfortable in doing, which is funny because so in let me see. So in when I started working, actually, no, I am gonna do it in a different way. I don't like doing it like this. So when I started, actually, let me do it a whole different way. Yeah. So when I started doing 3D, I was so sure that I was a better realistic artist. Let's say it that way. My style was more realistic than actually cartoonish. And for my bachelor project, we had to work on cartoonish because that was the style that my team had decided, and I was quite happy with it because I kind of wanted to get out of my comfort zone. The first very character I had to do in cartoonish, I swear to you guys, I cried because I had no idea. I was so used to put all this texture and all this stuff, and yeah, I just had no idea how to do it, to be completely honest. So I was just panicking, and yeah, and nowadays, instead, now that I got the hang of it, I am a better cartoonish artist than realistic because I kind of lost the eye of it. So we're making a column for to hide these parts that I don't really like, and most importantly, to have some lanterns of some sort. So yeah, I was like, I lost kind of the eye of it, I guess. It's a bit too big, and I was, I don't know. Now I just got used to it, I guess, to cartoonish, and I don't know. It's weird. And the other day I was looking at some job offers and stuff, and I realized that I have absolutely I have a couple of more sorta realistic characters, but I don't have anything when it comes to environment. So I was like, oof, what am I gonna do? Let me turn this. I feel like this is gonna work better if we have it maybe more like this. Ooh, yeah. Let's move it a bit like this. I am gonna reduplicate this just for laziness. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I am gonna do a more realistic thing this time. Because I feel like I need it for my portfolio. And because it's fun. Let's face it. I mean, realistic is just as fun in my opinion. I am gonna bevel it because I feel not this much though. Not this much. Please, Mr. Bevel, calm down. Wait, oh, it changed. Oof. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 0.300. Nah, a bit less. I always use bevel. Because I feel like it gives a more realistic feel to it when it comes to objects in general. Because I feel like there. Let's face it. There's no such thing as a object that is which edges are 90 degrees. Like perfect 90 degrees. There is no such thing. So having no bevel, it's gonna make it kind of unrealistic. Like, of course you don't see it because you're used to like game stuff. But then like you put some thinking into it and you realize that after all, it ain't. Like you look at it once you put the bevel and you're like, this is a bit more realistic. I'm gonna need a oh, hello. That's really nice. Oh, someone is coding. Oh, you left. Oh no, my friend. What happened? I don't know how this works, guys. I have no idea. Wait, maybe it's on Discord. Let's see. Let me check it real quick.
The entire collection.
Oh, I was watching Netflix. I hate that Netflix just on phone it just restarts as you unlock. It's like please shut up. I was watching The Flash. I'm loving it so far. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, there's no one on Discord. Friend that joined the coding, we can work together if you want. I can keep you company. My knowledge of coding is below zero. I mean, hey, I can animate a thing, proceduralize. Okay, that's all I can do. Let me see. I can animate, proceduralize. That's all I can do. In coding, because we did coding in university, but I was like, no. Let me see. Oh, there seems to be no one in Discord though. I don't know how this works, guys. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm really confused. Oh wait, my reference thing is just in the way. Well, I'm gonna be in general, in case. So, on the watch me work thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is a chat in the website, but I have no clue. Oh well. Anyway. So, I don't know. Well, anyway. So, yeah, I've been watching The Flash, guys. It's pretty good. I like it. Not gonna lie. It's pretty nice. I was a bit confused because I thought, I mean, it looked kind of teenagerish at first. And I was like, is it gonna be something I'm gonna like? Gotta say, I loved it. I'm loving it so far. It's much more lighter than the Arrow, but it still is pretty cool. Oh, actually, you know what? I am gonna make it a bit smaller. Let me see. Maybe octagon. Yeah, this can work. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm just using this technique which we have learned in university. Like, it seems kind of obvious as a technique once you learn it, which is just you extrude your way through stuff. But I don't know. When I learned it, I was kind of blown away. I didn't know, like, I don't know. I didn't like quite know that you could do it, in the sense that, like, of course you can, but it's such a smart way of doing, like, objects that are anything really, like from a column to a lamp, like a lamppost, like I'm doing now. And I don't know, it suddenly blew my mind, and I was like, oh my god, that's actually really smart. You can actually do that. So let me understand. So I don't know how this works, to be honest, guys. Oh well. So let me see. I am gonna put a little base to it, because I think, yeah, lanterns sort of have like a lower base. I don't like this interception, so I think I'm gonna just first make a little yeah, much better, because I feel like otherwise it just varies from the pole to the thing without decoration. And I mean, this is a castle, so things should be like kind of opulent and very fancy. So we also want to keep in mind the proportions. So once I made a lamppost, like a normal big lamppost, and I was so zoomed in. I was like this zoomed in, right? Like this much. And I was just working so hard on it, and I took so long. I was like, yeah, let me work on it. And then at some point I zoom back, and it is the most out of proportion thing I have ever laid eyes on. And I'm like, oof, okay, how did this happen? So what I had done is just simply I was focusing on the wrong thing, in the sense that I was looking at the detail and not at the proportions. So now I've learned. It's still a bit big, but we're gonna fix it. So yeah, big lampposts for the win, I guess. So, no, actually. But yeah, this way of just extruding things really, really helped me in so many situations where I was like clueless towards what I wanted to do. Sometimes the easiest solutions are not what you would go for. And then you just like, you know, check it out and you're like, wow, I am a big idiot. Oh, wait, let me. I couldn't. How could I not think about this? Let me actually. You know what? Maybe we could make this pointy. So it's gonna become a bit weird at first. But. And then we merge them. Wait, did we merge all of them? No? Oh, yeah, because they weren't close enough. I could fix the threshold, but why fix the threshold when you can be lazy and do this? And we have lamppost. Looks nice. I feel like the base is a bit too small in terms of being wide. So I am going to fix that. Let me just fix this real quick. Yeah. So yeah. A lot of things you learn them by making the most horrible aberrations known to humankind. Or at least that's how I normally learn stuff, because I do very weird stuff and then I'm like, oh my gosh, how could I do this? Too small? Apart from the fact that these columns are way too... But the bridge is big. I don't like these proportions, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, they are as big as window. I suppose they could be as big as window in the moment the tower is... the tower windows aren't that big. And tower windows aren't supposed to be that big. But I think I'm gonna make them... I'm gonna move the bridge a bit lower, like this. And then I'm gonna take these two, take these, and put them a bit down, like this. At this point, I feel like we should really make these a bit bigger. I mean, it's a castle. They are princesses. Maybe they just really like the big lampposts. Okay, guys, don't at me. So now again, I'm gonna give it a bit of bevel. Oh no, I hate when I randomly select the wrong thing. And then you press a button and it says something on like down here, like whatever successfully done, and you're like, but what did I do? What was that I did? So yeah. And then you have keyframed the whole thing and it crashes. And I usually keyframe the stuff accidentally. Because I press, what is it? S instead of D, which is to Control S instead of Control D, which is the duplicate. And I keyframe the whole thing, and then I'm like, why is this bugging out like hell? And then it's like, oh, here's why I keyframed. What a surprise! That never happens. So I kind of want to what I was thinking. Wait, is this? Yeah, okay. What I was thinking about, I'm snapping it. When you see moving like that, I'm pressing V. That is meant to snap things to the vertex. Now we don't want the whole thing to snap to the vertex, or else it would be falling down. So I am selecting only this axe, so that it will only be working on that axe. It's kind of like the. I think there was a similar thing on 3ds Max, but I haven't worked on 3ds Max for so long, you guys. I'm be honest with you. I started modeling with 3ds Max, and then I was suddenly like bumped into Maya. Okay, so what happened here? Oh yeah, okay, there's still the lower base, so we're gonna remove that because we don't need it. I first modeled the whole thing together, and then I decided to cut in pieces because I was like, you know what, I don't feel like this is gonna work, because I kind of wanted to have more freedom, and the simpler thing it is, the better. So I just did it like this. We are also gonna optimize it as much as we can, almost like it was in a video game. It is quite high poly right now because these rocks are simply the decimated version of my ZBrush high poly rocks. The reason being that I still have to do a retopo, but I want to first figure out how to deal with a retopo with rocks, because this is the very first time I work on something that is terrain. So I kind of want to make sure that it works. But I am afraid that if I retopo in the wrong way, it's gonna look very, very weird. Oh, here we have to adjust it. This is a problem. I think we're gonna have to give up and put it a bit, unless we just cheat. Yeah, as you see, this is the decimated version. So I decimated it via. We're cheating, my guys. It's cheat o'clock. Yeah, so via decimation master on ZBrush. Okay, no, that didn't work out. It looks like a dog visiting. So yeah, I used decimation master simply because I thought that would be the better idea. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to keep it how it was and just move these and their things, their corresponding things, like this. And maybe we can just not with soft selection. Yeah, this would work. Yeah, this will work. It doesn't have it actually some castles do have these columns really tall. I think there is something similar in Harry Potter, like these columns that with these torches, and they're like really big. So we're gonna keep it like this. I don't exactly know what I want to put here. I was thinking that here on the sides I want to put some chains, almost like the island is held from flying just high up, like a helium balloon. But I don't know yet, because so far it's a very, apart from the floating island, it is a very normal looking thing, and I don't know if I wanna have it weirded, like made a bit weirder. I don't know, we'll have to see. So this castle on this that I'm using as reference has I'm gonna show you guys, has this interesting entrance which has this little roof thingy, and I really appreciate it. I really like it. It is very interesting. So we are gonna make something similar. I feel like it breaks the surface a little bit. So, but we need to see if it works with our bridge. Maybe something like this. It almost feels like but then I think we have to make this bigger, a slightly bit bigger, or we won't have a second floor. And then we take this and we put it up like this, and we make it a bit, oh no, it's just not up enough. There you go. Yeah, but now it collides with this, so we move it a bit more on this. These windows are curved because I didn't quite like the way they would look otherwise. They were gonna look like they're glued on it, and I just really didn't like that. As I don't know, it didn't look like the brightest idea to me. So we're gonna snap it. Sometimes the snap does some weird stuff. Like now. Says as it does it. Yeah, sometimes the snap decides to not snap, and I'm like, please, can you be my friend? It's really weird. But it's Maya, and as such, it does weird stuff. It is normal. Yeah, so we're gonna give it this slide up, like roof sort of thing, and then I am gonna do another little trick. But I am gonna divide it with the insert edge loop, because I feel like that's gonna be a bit more useful. So we're gonna do this, which is gonna create this thing, and then we're gonna extrude over here. But instead of normally like extruding as we would normally do, we're gonna select this and put it a bit up. This is gonna help us creating the entrance. And then I could extrude these two and simply just, oh, I didn't duplicate. I hate when it does this. Is there? Okay. So what I could do is simply, oh, okay, I just didn't see it because I'm stupid. We could extrude simply and be like, okay, I extruded the thing, I'll extrude it again and make a roof. But many times that has brought me a lot of problems in terms of the model ending up not being as clean as I wanted it to. So what I do now is that I simply reduplicate and treat that as a separate object, which I think works better. It's cleaner. It's simply better, I think. I'm gonna reduce this a little bit. Oh, there's another one because I didn't see that. Lol. I feel like the simpler I make this this object, the better. And if I have to clip some stuff, it's not the end of the world, unless it's like a very easy thing, like this lamp, it didn't make sense to make it divided. But I feel like this one, maybe it's the wrong way. Like you guys, I am not a professional. I mean, I've been 3D artist for a little bit, but not enough to tell you this is right, this is wrong, 100%. I can just tell you that this is the way I do it, and it has always worked, I guess. So I would rather be safe than sorry. In a couple of years, when I will have worked at 1,000 places, super cool game studios, I'll be able to tell you, yeah, what I was saying was total poop. Right now, I can't really feel like, I feel like safer this way, let's put it this way. Now we have this roof, which is working. I still feel like this thing is too big though. So we are gonna group it and center the pivot and make it smaller, like very much smaller, like this. And then we're gonna make it larger because I feel like it still should be this way. Is it stupid now? It looks a bit stupid now. Yeah, like this works. It doesn't have to be functional. Like, this is fantasy. But I want it to not look entirely stupid. Let's put it that way. And I kind of want this to be like, okay. Yeah, I am gonna just tweak this part. There you go. Yeah, this is working. So when I group stuff, it's simply because I like to have control over it like it was together, but I don't want to mix it too much. Now it's perfect because we have space for these windows too. So it looks a bit more, it makes a bit more sense, let's put it that way. So yeah. Now we're gonna do something here. We are gonna make a little just like in the picture that we saw, just a little re-entrance like this. And actually I am gonna make it a bit bigger. Tell you what, because I feel like, yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be too, it shouldn't showcase these. It should only be showing so this looks really weird right now. I don't know what I did. Oh yeah, I probably just pressed the wrong thing. So in order to avoid this, we're just gonna put it up a little bit, just like it wasn't steep, which is not really noticeable, but it really, really helps. So this is how it's looking so far. Don't worry if this looks like this, it bugs because there's an insight, but I'm gonna delete it because it's not needed. I'm gonna delete it later. Now we are gonna bevel this these sides. So here this happens for the simple fact that these two are clipping, and we're just gonna do this to fix it. It is not a bigger problem, a very big problem per se, but I still feel like we should fix it. This is the downside of the downside of extruding like that. But I feel like it still works, so it's fun. So right now I have this weird idea. We are gonna experiment a second, because I would really like the door to sorta match the shape. So I am gonna duplicate this. I am gonna select this, this, and this, invert selection, and we have this. So now we have this perfect replica of what it looks like there, and we can do something more similar to the door, which is really smart. I'm not telling myself that I'm smart. Please don't think that. I have seen this trick on someone else's like work through. It wasn't me who invented it. I just didn't want to sound like I was like, oh, I'm so smart. Far from it. Yeah. And now we can put the door to be a little more like this. So do we want to have it that... I feel like it works like this. We're gonna obviously make a... You know what? I actually kind of feel like making some fancy... Not now, because then we would have to open another 8,000 softwares. I mean, not just ZBrush, but... This is my first streaming. I am kind of nervous, and I don't know if I want to ZBrush right away. I'm more confident in Maya. Although I work more in ZBrush. It makes no sense. I make no sense. Whatever. I kind of want to make those medieval things to knock the door, like the metal ones with the ring. and like the lion holding it. I have never done something like that. Maybe we can do it next streaming. Why not? Until then, we are gonna isolate it. When I isolate things, it's simply because I feel like I should be... Oh, this one bothers me. Give me a sec. There you go. It just really, really bothered me. They had no reason to be like that, so I'm sorry, but you have to go. Yeah. Let me see. I forgot what I was saying, guys. A mess. What was I saying? God, do I really not remember what I said? Wow. Imagine being like that. I lose track. I say too much stuff. But I mean, I'm streaming, right? So I should be talking, right? Do I like it or do I despise it? I think it looks cool. I think it doesn't look bad. We're gonna have like some texture on it. So the way I did these textures was by putting brick by brick and then baking it. I know, I hate myself. Just the right amount to do this stuff. So this one can go a bit down. Let's save in the meantime, because Maya froze for a second and I was already fearing. So let me put it down to a good 12 because it's a very tiny object and we don't want it. It's a door knob. We don't want it to be extremely high poly. Like, let's face it, I already have enough polys as it is. I mean, when I will retopo, it will be better. Okay, please believe me. Believe me, people. Okay, so we're gonna make just a normal doorknob, I guess. Or do we want to make a fancy one? Let's see. Let's search for some reference. Let's put it here. Please. Fancy door knobs. Someone actually searched for this. It's actually insane. So we could make something like this and sculpt it later in ZBrush. With radial symmetry, it shouldn't be a big problem. We can do this easily, or something like this, even better. We just use radial symmetry. Well, if we want to do something like this, we would have to do it first in ZBrush, in my opinion, or I would do it in ZBrush. This is more of the thing to knock the door, though. Knock at the door, not knock the door, because it's rude to knock a door down. Don't introduce like that to your friends, because you won't have any friends then. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. I love this. I love this doorknob like this. It's kind of creepy because I don't know, it looks like a hand. No, I think we're gonna make like a normal thing, like this. Let me put in my reference. Yeah. And then we're gonna maybe make it prettier later. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way we do it. So we are gonna extrude. Make it a bit bigger. I'm gonna, again, not go directly to the shape, because I feel like these decorations are gonna be better. I also don't like these interceptions, so we're gonna fix it later. I don't like the way it goes from this to this, and it kind of shows a little bit. So wait, let me just real quick. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to just have stuff become weird like that. I feel like it breaks it a little bit. So I'm always so insecure when I make this stuff because it becomes a bit too, as I said, I struggle a bit with the proportions, but we are gonna fix them later. After we have done this, we're gonna fix it, so it's no problem. There you go. It doesn't look bad. I feel like could be less polygons, maybe. But right now I feel like it's okay like this. And I want to make a little passage between what will be the squarey part of the doorknob. So we're gonna do it like this. Yeah. Does it look decent? I mean, now it looks like a really big doorknob. Imagine like a door that has this big doorknob. I mean, it could be a cool cartoonish thing though. But I can't do cartoonish right now. This is not what I am setting myself for. So, hang in there. Hang in there, Bea. You will be doing cartoonish as soon as you're done with this. Please, woman, you need to be strong. So, yeah, I don't like how... so as you guys see, I work a lot with the vertices. Not as much with edges. In these cases, I find it easier. To be completely honest, I would totally delete this with F10. With like, would I be able to get what if I make it simply just smaller? Like, oh yeah, this works much better than before. I feel like before it had that weird shape. Like, I know it's just a doorknob, but every detail counts. So right now it looks at least in the right size. So we are gonna now make the rectangular part, this part, as you can see. I'm not obviously making it the same as always. I am gonna be more working on a mood, an idea of it, because we don't want things to be too similar to reality. I mean, of course, this is stuff from nowhere. Like, it's not a drawing that you're copying or anything. It's real stuff. So I don't see the problem in taking like full inspiration from reality. If you do it, that's your choice, and I can totally support it. But personally, I like to reinvent it a little bit, just for practice. I feel like it's a very good idea to reinvent stuff. So now, I don't know if this is gonna work. Actually, I am gonna do it in a better way. We are gonna use a little trick. So we are gonna divide this in half. Like this. We are gonna take this. This part we don't need, just so you know. Yeah, we don't. I know it's all broken now, but it's gonna be fine. Because if we extrude like that, it's gonna break. It's gonna do weird stuff. Maya is just doesn't want to hear about it. It's just like, you know, Bea, I don't like this. I disapprove. So it's just gonna be bothering me for eternity, which we don't like. So we are gonna do first one half, and then, oh, I like the idea of a little more decoration, maybe like this. Now it's a bit too wide, I think, so we're gonna make it more like this. And these we are gonna make a bit bigger, and like this, like that. Yeah, So now what we're gonna do is duplicate it, and with discrete rotate, please. I'm gonna show you better so you can actually see it. There you go. You see, actually, I think we could just take these two and isolate them. So that it's gonna be even easier to see. So now I made this, which is what I want. I am gonna do mesh combine. No, before I do that, we need, no, actually, yeah. We can do that, actually, yeah. Because I was thinking that I had scaled it with minus. If you scale it with minus, so let's say I wanted this to be mirrored and I scaled it with minus. If you don't go in modify and freeze transformations, once you export it anywhere else, really, anywhere else, and believe me, I mean anywhere else, it's gonna have normals flipped. I struggled with that problem for so long until one day out of nowhere I found a solution. Oh yeah, of course. So now the problem here is that these are not merged to each other, and they are 8 in fact. So we are gonna do merge them one by one. I mean, not one by one, 2 by 2. So that it is officially the same thing now. Now we can control and delete, and we have removed this, and they are the same thing now. So we didn't have to extrude upside down stuff and do the weirdest things, which can always bring troubles. Now, will I be able to, oh yeah, this is gonna look, oh, it's okay, I don't mind it actually. So now we're gonna flatten it up a little bit. We are gonna use our friend. It's much smaller, I know, but oh wow, it went in the ground. That's not what I wanted to obtain. Hello, Matheson Projects. Oh wow, this is a big group. I love it. It's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that you could stream in group like that. I'm new, as you guys know, so I have no idea. There you go. So, let me see. I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna frame so it doesn't rotate everywhere. Although Mr. Bridge here, it's being an annoyance a little bit. And like this, it should be fine. We're gonna put this like this. And there we go. So now it's not the most visible thing, of course, because it is there's no lights or anything, but it is gonna work out once we texture everything and light everything up. Now, what can we do? I would like to have a little light here maybe, but that's like a detail for later. I want windows, and I really want to have something to this roof. I really don't like it like this, and it's also clipping. It's a placeholder for now, so it sucks for a good reason. That's what I tell myself always, but is it the truth? Who knows? But I kind of want to first get some windows done. Oh, by the way, here I want a clock. So at first I wanted it here, but I feel like it could work better here. Something like this, but no one is gonna see it though. That's a good suggestion. Myself says to myself. I don't know. Sometimes I answer to myself. It's a problem. Please make it stop. Let's see what happens. Yeah, of course I forgot the roof. Yeah, good job me. what if I put it... I could just put it higher. And... oh, I forgot a window. Okay, let me do this. Edit, ungroup. Oh, yeah, of course you would do that. Edit, ungroup. And edit, ungroup. We don't want to have weird groups with the wrong stuff. I tend to do it and then I realize that I should probably be something close to a professional. And I just, yeah. So what if I make it taller? Oh yeah, this works actually much better. It fixes most of my problems. It fixes the problem of this window. And I can put the clock here now. Yeah. I don't know. More like this. Yeah. So now it would make sense for me to have a clock here. Now the only problem of this clock is that we're gonna have to be doing... we're gonna have to choose between two things. Either we put a frame to it here that sorta makes up for the curved surface on which we put our clock, or we are gonna have to bend it. Now a clock is not bent normally. Let me see. Let me search some reference. Let's see. Let's search for some reference. Clock tower. Bruges. Oh, I should check it out. I'm not that far. Oh, this is really pretty. Wow. I mean, that's known. So most of them have a frame. I wonder if you can do a similar thing to the door, which sort of recalls the door as well. And place it so that it's in between the roof and the wall. I wonder how that's gonna look. Ah, this is really pretty. This is very Bloodborne. Sorry, I see Bloodborne and I can't contain myself. I love Bloodborne. I platinumed the game and I also have a Bloodborne tattoo. I have Alien the Crow. Imagine actually being lost in a game so much. I played so much of that game. It is such a good inspiration in anything I have pretty much been doing for the past years. And it is the game that made me decide to be a 3D artist. I was in high school. And I was in the last year of high school. And that was the period where you kind of had to decide what am I going to do in my life. And I was like, okay, I have no idea what to do. I really don't know what I should be doing right now. Because there's so much stuff, you know, that you can do in life. And you have only one life. And you never know. And I was just so clueless. And so at some point I started playing Bloodborne. And I looked at it. What am I doing? Oh, okay. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I want to do this. And here I am, bothering you guys with my great skills. Okay, let me see. I didn't know that you could group. It's pretty cool. I'm sorry, I'm still blown away by technology. It's like a man just discovering fire. So, I'm just gonna try now, but I don't know if it's gonna work because it's two very distinct kind of architecture. Because otherwise I could just put tiny windows like I put here and move this up here. Which is kind of like the thing I made. But I need to see if it fits. Because right now it looks extremely odd. Of course, I could do this thing. Oh, actually, you know what? I could just... You know what? I'm actually not gonna use this. I'm just gonna use my extrude. Because I kind of want to have a more... I don't want to have a straight line in this roof. I want it to recall the normal... the other roofs. So... let me do this. Okay. So yeah, okay. We are gonna first give it a bit of dimension so that it goes out like this. It goes out also on the front, so I'm actually gonna do all the axes. This one is gonna clip in, so it's not gonna be a problem. And I'm gonna clip it like this, and then we're gonna do this, and we are gonna start slowly but steadily making it go smaller and smaller. So now it's gonna look a bit unproportioned because this is too small, but we're gonna fix it afterwards. It's no problem. Right now I just want to obtain the general shape. Which is a very interesting one. But I want this to remain flat, which is why we are only extruding along X. Yeah, Windows. Thanks for your... Windows just send me notifications about recipes. I was searching for a recipe the other day and accidentally clicked on the allow. Good job, me. Good job, Bea. Good job, Bea. Yeah, so now we don't like this. We are gonna make this a bit bigger. Maybe like this. Maybe a bit more like this. Oh, this is not supposed to be a thing. Okay, we're gonna fix it. So when this happens, you do this. So you're snapping the rest to the thing. It's actually kind of an happy accident because I don't mind it being a bit bigger on the base. Not like this, obviously. But this might actually be something that gives us a good idea. As a slight inclination here would actually not be the worst. So, you know what? I actually don't mind it. Something more like this. And more like this. Like this. So at this point we have, it's obviously too big. Duh. I am a genius. No, I don't like it. I think we're gonna be better if we put it here. We remove discrete rotate, which is kind of like the snap. And then I am gonna do this. We're gonna give it this idea of inclined, but not quite. Like this. Which is always something that you find. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna try something. I'm gonna try to give it this... yeah, you'll see. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Let's experiment. This exercise is for me to experiment, so. Okay, but now, oh no, it doesn't clip, it's just from afar that it bugs out. But I don't like that it, yeah, it doesn't quite match. Now it does. I think this works, but I also feel like it's too big. So we're gonna make it a bit smaller. We are gonna use the component so that it goes along. And actually I think it should be down, just to sort of end this like this. I actually don't mind it. And then I would give some. So here I'm not doing what I told you guys I was gonna do, which is remove stuff and make it simpler. Because I am experimenting, which is not always right, but I will make it smaller because it is a clock, but it's not a very big clock. You know what? I don't hate it. I don't like it either. There's still something. Oh yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, I don't like that it ends like that. So we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna. Oh no, wait. Please scale. Be a good boy. Yeah, I prefer if it clips, because in the normal architecture it usually does not clip, because things don't clip in real life. God, I wish no. But it does at the same time. It does this kind of curve, almost like it's clipping. Yeah, this works much better. And then we will just take these windows, duplicate them, and cheat really badly and reuse them. Simply because we want to have similar features, or else we are not gonna be able to I mean, it's gonna look too messy, too big. Yeah, this works better. So now I'm gonna just duplicate them along the tower, and I'll use this create rotate to rotate them exactly as I want them to rotate. So 90 degrees, which is always nice because we want to be somewhat precise. I actually like it a lot now. But I do kind of want to redo it in a different way, to be completely honest. I mean, it would actually not be that bad. So what we could do though, which would be really nice, is to have this repeated also on the other side. Maybe like one here and one here, and have the ones behind our windows. And this one is a clock, but at the same time it is made of okay. It is made of like window glass. You get what I mean? Oh, I screwed up big time. Sorry, Mr. Window. There you go. Yeah. So maybe this would work. Yeah, something like this. Sure, yeah. That surely worked. I don't want to talk about this. We don't talk about this ever again, my guys. This is fine. Yeah, something kind of like this. It wouldn't actually be bad. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest. Yeah. You know what? I don't dislike it, but I kind of want to redo it. So this is how we have it, right? I kind of want it to be more. I don't know. I feel like the shape is very odd, so we're gonna try to redo it. I have this thing, like I cannot just look at something and be like, this is fine. I have to fix it. I have issues. I'm sorry, guys. So, I have some perfectionism every once in a while when I feel like it. So I'm gonna go like this. like this, like this. What if instead of going like that, I go very low at first, then I make it almost going like a bit less, almost like it almost like this, like a little house almost, right? Then I am gonna bevel this once here. And I'm gonna bevel it a bit less because we don't want it to be confused with these, because then we don't obtain the effect we want. Like you see, if it's like this, it's gonna look like another of my subdivisions to make the roof, which is not what we want. We want it to be more like this, which is, yeah. Okay, so now this I'm gonna keep in case I end up preferring it. But so far, so good. So I am gonna do this, put it a bit more up. I am gonna make a little frame, almost like it's a door, like a window frame, so that in the moment it is a window, we're gonna just make it like that. And then for the one that is the clock, we're gonna leave it sorta, we're gonna just put the clock on it, basically. Something like this. But now the problem is that it is too big, I think. So what happens if I do it like this, and then I make it smaller? It's fine if it clips, we're gonna fix it after. This is much better. I like it much better. Yeah. A bit bigger though, because it is a clock. I mean, the clock in here, it's kind of tiny. Like I can barely see the clock if it's like on a wall in a room. When I'm not wearing my glasses, which I'm not wearing right now, explains a lot. But that clock is not the most functional thing. Let's see. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I like this. I like this much better than before. Yeah. So now we are gonna, first of all, I wanna see if I can bevel these bad boys. There you go. Let me bevel you guys. There you go. Now, is this gonna do the thing it normally does? Oh, you are, aren't you? You had to do that. You bad child. Sometimes when you bevel here, it just does some weird stuff. Let me see if this fixes it. Not quite. We're gonna have to clean that up. So the way we're gonna clean it up is very bootleg, which is my second name. We're just gonna do this, yeah, because we just want to finish it with a triangle. We don't want to divide more stuff and do weird things. We're just gonna do this. Besides, this would end up in the lower. Otherwise, it would look weird. Like, as you guys see, this looks kind of weird. There's like a very light edge over here. But by putting it underneath, it's not going to be visible. So we solve the problem and we sort of hide the dust under the carpet, which is what I do best. Okay, so let me see if I can discrete rotate. Okay, let me first make sure that it's in, okay, it was an object. I want it to be in world, and I want it to be like this. Perfect. And then we duplicate it again, because so we give a sort of regularity, or almost like a pattern to our work. something like this. Well, this one should be a bit more there then. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So now we have this sort of continuity in how this looks. And also this roof recalls kind of the shapes of the general thing, which is also something that we always want to obtain. Okay, so here we're now gonna no, here we're gonna have a bar, like a window here, like the windows here. Let me save. Of course, now it looks kind of weird. Wait, I'm just gonna make them a bit more in. But then they clip. So let me see how much in I can make them go before they clip. Because I'm not a big fan of them being too prominent. I think this is fine. So right now they look kind of weird. But that's simply because we don't have textures. In the moment we're gonna put textures, I'm gonna put obviously textures that kind of match. We're gonna solve the issue. Yeah. So here we're gonna put our a clock, which for some reason does not want to be there. Oh yeah, because it's locked. Of course. So we're gonna have a nice clock. Let's so for the clock, it is something that jumps the eye quite a lot. So I think I'm actually gonna be leaving it like this. I am gonna leave it at 20 subdivisions. Or even more actually. So let me see, it's gonna be rendered from here. No, I mean, let me see. So it's gonna be rendered from here, right? Yeah. I could even put it to 16 in my opinion. Let's see. Oh, of course you do that. Because I scaled it. Yeah. There you go. I hate that you scale thing for 1 second and it's like, no. Yeah. It's okay. If I can save some polygons. Again, for who has just tuned in, I remember this is the poly count for the simple fact that I have these rocks which have been simply decimated from ZBrush. I will be doing a retopo on it off stream because retopoing is kind of boring. I need to watch something while I retopo or I will literally die. For my bachelor project, I had to retopo 1,000 things. I'm not even joking. I had to retopo all my characters. Retopo, for who doesn't know, is sort of rebuilding your character like by drawing the low poly on top of it. And my guys, that stuff is heavy. Like, it isn't hard per se. It is kind of hard at first because you don't really know what you're doing and you just add stuff and you're like, I guess this works. And then like a month later you look at it, you're like, did I really do that? It's something that you have to, it's not a perfect it's not like something that is perfectly like there's no right or wrong to do it, but there is ways that are kind of trashy to do it and ways that are kind of good, and I always find a way to make it more complicated than it should be. That's what I'm best at. So we're gonna do a frame for our, and then we're gonna do the thing where the handles are gonna be. maybe we could have like, what if we have a planetarium or something on the other side? No, I'm doing weird stuff. That the back side is not even. It's not even actually just there. Why am I like this? Oh. Oh, wow. Real people. So, let me see. Are we gonna model the handles of the clock? Or am I gonna not? The decisions in my life. I don't know what to do. You know what? Let's because I could just have them textures, right? I could just have these textures. But is it gonna be as cool? That's the real question. It isn't. That's the problem. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm gonna model them because I hate myself. So who doesn't? So I don't really know how to do this because I don't have any reference. Let me see. Old clock. So no, before you ask, we're not gonna do this. This would work. This would, I mean, not like that, but this general shape could work. So let me see. Yeah, something like this could work. Let me pop the reference into PureRef. PureRef is a software that changed my life. It is really good for just having all your references in a mood board. It's really nice. I love it. Okay, so we are gonna put a thing here. And we are gonna take it. Oh yeah. And we are gonna have it like this. Then we're gonna go here and here. And we are, oh, I hate when it does these because it doesn't select the, when you do, it does weird stuff. Maya being Maya. What else? I'm gonna do it like this, but then I'm gonna remove this and have this a bit more. And then I'm gonna add one here. Make sure that I selected only that. You know what? We can actually just try to flex it big time. And actually make it with the cavities, like the reference. Yeah. I know a way. I know a friend. No, I know a way. Let me see. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna extrude the... I'm sorry if you guys can hear the bumping. Some people in this building have no idea how to close the door properly. And it is really annoying. Oh, and actually we're gonna have a division as well. Look how much I'm flexing right now. With my great skills. I am very sarcastic right now. Yeah. Yeah, look. We're gonna have it more like this. And then we're gonna have another one. I'm gonna put this. Oh no, please. I wanna have it like this. I love how I literally clicked that and it just went like, no. Yeah, again. I know when it does this, it's big good times. And this one should be smaller. I mean, it depends, but... So who else is, since we're talking about it in the chat, who else is excited for Christmas? I sure as hell am. Christmas is so good. Okay, now they don't have any thickness, which is why we are gonna be doing this. Okay, you got stuck there. Now we're gonna do this. And now we have them. We are gonna group them. We're gonna center the pivot. And then I wanna put it here. No, wrong button. We're gonna put it in the center for the simple fact that now I can just do this and make them smaller. Voila! I mean, wait. Voila? Not really. Voila proceeds to get it wrong. Yeah, I'm such a comic relief. Good job. Now this one is a bit too big, so we are gonna put it, actually I'm gonna use soft selection, which is obviously set as extremely large, which is great. And now I am gonna do this. This is just to sort of get them to be both on the same page. But now we just need them like this. So one usually goes over the numbers. So let me just real quick. Yeah. And one slightly doesn't even touch the numbers. So we're gonna have it like this. And we're gonna have it more like this. No, I'm actually gonna keep it like that. So right now you guys will barely be able to see it, but again, with textures and lighting, it's gonna work. So we have a clock tower, we have our windows. So before I stop for today, it's been already, actually I'm gonna go on a little bit. You know what? I kind of want to get some windows done here. Now let me see what the references look like. Are they always the same window? Yes and no. They look kinda the same, but not quite. They are in the same terms of like same type of shapes, very squarey in this reference. Let me see. Yeah, in general, the overall shape of the windows tends to be the same. In this castle, though, as you guys can see, these ones are squarey, while the other ones are more like this. So technically, we could try to have a shape more like this, or even just more like this without the very pointy curve. But I don't know, honestly. I suppose we could try. We can try to have both and see. I would really like to have something like this. I even know how to do it. I think we can duplicate and extrude. Yeah, I suppose we can try. Let's try. Yeah, because I mean, we kind of break from these very squarey shapes. I mean, I suppose we could have something pointy like we are having here on the windows here. I suppose we could do that. I'm first gonna make these towers a bit taller so that I can have the general height of the castle a bit better. So we're gonna do this, and this. I'm just gonna try first with one. So I suppose it would make sense to have them taller. What if I simply put these up? I'm showing you the big secrets of my towers. No B. And then these two. Where are they all? Yeah. We're doing some weird stuff right now. I am aware. And then and these textures are made in a way that won't have them stretch, which is really nice. We're gonna have to see if it stretches, but if it does in rendering, it's not gonna be a big problem because we can always just fix it later. So let me see. No, it's not stretching. Lovely. Okay. So for who wants to know, I mean, right now there's no lighting. There's no good lighting. There's just a placeholder light. Please. This is how it looks. So as you see, the doesn't look as weird anymore. All those black edges that you see in the real time are there because of the real time. Once it renders, it actually looks not like that, which is nice because when you it's very easy to get very scared when you texture something in Substance Painter. Like I still have it open because it looks like this, and you go into the rendering and you render it and it looks like this, and you're like, oh, this is really cool. And then you go back to Maya and you put it in here and it looks like this, and you get really scared and you're like, did I do something wrong? You didn't. It is simply the fact that it looks like that at first. So this is great because now I can just push my windows a little bit more like this and make this a bit bigger. As I said, this roof is a placeholder, so for now. I don't like it. We're gonna work on it, but next time. It is also all stretched and weird. I don't know. Not the biggest fan of the shape in general. It has this line here that I don't really like. We're gonna be working on it. We're gonna be fixing the general shape of it. But now it has more space. It also looks like it's less. It just doesn't really fit. I'm thinking either of switching it to something more. I'm gonna show you guys. Either something more like this, so a pointy one, but I'm afraid it would kind of collide with the rest. or to just simply get the roof to go up to a certain level, and then a squarey part, so like this, which would also give a little, almost like a little guard spot, kind of like where they are in where King Theoden is in Lord of the Rings when Helm's Deep battle starts and he's on that little tower thingy, like that little place where like there can be 2-3 guards. But I'm still thinking about it, so we're gonna be thinking about it. I also think this might be too thin. It's a very mini castle. It's a mini castle. That's it. Let me see what happens if by, oh, you know, please. If by grouping these and putting them, and I forgot, I am a genius. I am actually so smart. So if I put this, right, and group it and center it. So the biggest problem is that the island, but I mean, it can go up, down a little bit more, I suppose. And then I could, again. So then I ungroup it because I don't like having groups that I don't need around. They take a lot of space. They're a bit of butter. So if I go like this, right, and also group this and center it and put it a bit more this way. Would it be asymmetrical though? Would that matter though? Let's see. Better. I mean, apart from the roof. Yeah, yeah. I like this better. Let me see in the top front view. Yeah, so now only problem is that this and all this stuff need to be grouped. Center the pivot. It's only this, and we need them a bit more like this. And then we ungroup them again because we don't care. Yeah, okay. I like it better now that we have made it a bit bigger. Which means also though that we are gonna have less space when it comes to this and this. But as I said, I think I'm gonna just be making some chains, much like they were holding the thing, the island. Okay, so let's try and see what we can do with something like this. Did that work? Let's see. We are gonna be keeping only these faces, invert and delete the rest, and we're gonna be trying to see what we can do with this shape. So we are gonna make it a bit bigger, and we are gonna make it, give it a thickness. Then this time we are gonna take this, all the sides, we are gonna extrude them. Now unfortunately this happens. No, these dots, these vertices here tend to do that, but no issue because we just fix them by doing this. What happened here? Oh my god, can you not? Yeah, sometimes it does it. You just have to hold down V. You want to hold V down before you hold the center mouse button. Yeah, so this will work better. At this point, we are gonna take this. I'm wondering now, what if, real question, because we could recall both the very high window and yeah, we could recall both the very square window and the thing by doing actually something more like this, where we have these being the actual frame of the window. I don't mind it. And then we go like this, a bit smaller. And then we go like this, and we re-extrude and do like this, which sorta gives this little frame which can be decorated, and also reminds us a bit more of that, which could work. At this point, I am gonna try a little trick. What I normally do is I just take another cube and I make the bars of the window. This time I want to try to see if I can create one by simply extruding. So we're gonna use these components, we're gonna press, and then we're gonna try to keep the faces off. And then we are gonna delete these. Okay. We're gonna put it a bit more onwards so that we can actually see what we're doing. Because maybe we can obtain a more matching window frame. Then we are gonna take these, make them match here, and extrude. It's all about using the stuff to your own advantage, and like cheating in the sense of wanting to have less time sort of wasted as possible. Because I mean, it's always nice to save some time when you're 3D modeling. So we are gonna do this. Or actually, no. I want it to be as precise as possible, so I'm just gonna snap them. Sometimes the snap, as you guys can see, goes a bit crazy. It's not the most, it's a bit clunky. Let's just put it that way. And now, since it's clipping not enough, just do this. And we have a window. Ooh, I like it. I know what the problem in this roof is. It has no thickness. I know I keep talking about the roof. It is an obsession at this point. Let's see if this works. So I am gonna just group it and center the pivot. And then, just for the sake of it being right, I am gonna put the pivot here and just do this. There you go. So now it is simply standing there. Okay, so now let's see. So should we Oh, I actually have an idea. Ooh, I like this. Like a double window. Let me ungroup them and regroup them together. And let's see. Edit, ungroup, and edit, ungroup. And then we're gonna select both of them and group them and center the view. So let's see. So of course they are gonna be having to be smaller. We have made the thing a bit bigger. This we want to be in the center. And then we want I'm gonna do something very bootleg, guys. Are you ready for the bootleg? No, okay, it didn't work. Rip. Oh. What? Did I bootleg it? Did I do magic? How? That was that ever there? Did I do witchcraft? I did witchcraft. There's no, like, guys, I have no idea how that ended up to be almost in the right position. It doesn't seem to be in the right position. Let's see. Let me measure. Yeah, it's not right in the right position. I thought I had discovered a ultimate secret. Oh boy, I was wrong. I thought I had discovered a ultimate secret that unknown to humankind, but I guess I just messed up so badly that it went well. Which is honestly a mood. Something like this. I actually really like it. That roof is still really bothering me. It still looks like utter garbage, the roof. But apart from that, I think that these windows really fit. I'm really proud of you windows. I'm really proud. This roof is still garbage. So yeah. I don't know. We'll have to deal with it. It's almost like I'm talking like I'm some bad guy of a movie. I'm talking about the superhero and I'm like, we'll have to deal with him. Am I losing my mind? Probably. What is going on there? What did I just... What is this? Oh, it's a light. Or a camera. I don't know. It's funny. We're gonna do this. No. Why? Why must you do this to me? It's just going crazy at this point. Oh, I have an idea. We're gonna align it with this. And then we're gonna do... There you go. Yeah, I really hate this this roof. It feels wrong. Like, it is wrong, but we're gonna fix that roof. I'm sorry, I repeat it constantly. When something is not fitting with the rest, I'm always like, yeah, I'm gonna fix it. And I have to repeat it. It's almost like me, myself, doesn't believe it. Yeah. Now it makes more sense. We are gonna duplicate 2 of this. Oh, I messed up. Oh yeah, because obviously it selects the other ones. That's all good. I just do this, this. Goodbye. Yeah, of course, they would do that. So we're gonna have to do it separately. So And what if on the side, instead of having them double, we have them single, so that it kind of recalls the fact that that it's a bit more of a tighter space, smaller. Almost like it's yeah. I like this. I really like it. I don't mind it. Now we're gonna go here. What is this? Oh, this is oh, this is a camera. Let's do it this way. Show no cameras, because they bother me a little bit. I don't like it. And then we just smack them. What happened to my windows? Oh. Are you okay, Windows? Wait. Did I mess them up? No. No, I didn't. Yeah, okay. Something happened when I rotated them. It's probably my mistake. Yeah. I really like it. I'm really happy about these windows. I know I am fangirling about my own windows. What a sad life. What a sad human being. Oh yeah, I know what we have to do. It's because we have to have them in group. Oh, I know why. Edit and group. And then we deselect this. There you go. Now we're gonna be doing something to this roof. My nemesis, the roof. So what happens if I make it simply taller? It looks like the most ridiculous thing ever created. Good job, me. It is garbage. Okay, so let's try the two ways that I was talking about. Let's first see. So here it's not divided, it's just clipping, which is fine. Let me see. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna rebuild. Oh, let's save. Let's save before using this. Are you okay, Maya? Okay, I know what we have to do. There we go. And we save, because it's always good to save before using that devil of a tool. Okay. So, what kind of roof do we want here? We want something that doesn't interfere too much with the general shape of the towers. So what does it look in the main reference? What does it look like in my main reference? Okay, so it's more like the one that I had, except better made And it has some windows, much like the ones that we have. I'm fixing my chair. Give me a sec. Yeah. Much like the one that we have on here. So technically we could do that. But I want to try to do that thing that I told you guys. So having so we go up like this, and then we go up like this, but we make it more like this, right? Even this would work, to be honest. Even just this going up like this, or like this. Ooh, this would actually be... It's fairly simple like this, but I feel like it still works. But let me first try what I was saying, because it could actually give some more life to our... So what happens if I do it? I'm just trying right now. Ooh, these actually will work really well. Okay, first we're gonna make it a bit a bit wider. Do I like this though? No, it doesn't work. I want it to be a bit different. I don't quite like it though, because this is too wide, but let's just experiment for a sec. And then we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go more like this again. And then we have those brick-like things, those classical fence-like bricks on castles, the ones like this. So let me try. Does it work? Yes and no. I feel like this and this could be a bit wider, but not quite, not that wider. Woo, please. Let's see. No, I still don't like it. Plus this would do this. No, I'm not gonna do this. Like, it could have been a good idea, but I don't feel like it works with the position of the things, with the position of my towers. If I had more space, maybe, but I like it this way. I like it very collected, and I want to keep it that way. So we are gonna first of all, we're gonna put this down. Yeah. Second of all, We are gonna extrude it again, and this time I just do this. And then we just go like this and put it a bit down, like so. There we go. No, actually, I still have something that I want to do. I want to give it a bit of thickness. So I know that that window completely disappears, but I'm going to remove it at this point. The tiny windows, these two tiny windows. Much better. It is still a very thin castle, but I like it this way. It is very collected, very tiny. It almost feels like those miniatures that you find in the that you find in your how can I say? What can I say? I don't know. Help. Oh, let me read the message. Hold on. Oh, yeah, because, okay, so a little, I'm gonna tell you afterwards. Yeah, it feels like a miniature. I like it. I like it like this. I don't want it too big. I could try to, I suppose I could try to make this island a bit bigger. Maybe like this. Let me try. Let me try. You know what? Let's just try. It's for science. Would this work though? Let's see. I suppose this could work. But then I would have to... I could match it. Yeah. Okay, so a little sad thing today. There's this dumpling place that just opened here. I mean, it didn't just open. It was open for a while. And finally they have delivery, and I asked to deliver, and they canceled my order. So I wrote them, please, I want your dumplings. And they didn't answer me until now, and they're like, oh, it's sold now. And I'm like, thanks, I already had lunch. Wow. Great. By the way, these rocks were made by me as well. I am learning to make rocks, which I know sound, take it out of context, that thing sounds really stupid. But hey, most of what I say sounds really stupid taken out of context, to be honest. Oh, look at all the space we have now. So we're gonna take these windows and we are gonna put them here. And then we're gonna take this and just, oh, this too, forgot. I suppose I can keep it like this for the sake of the, oh no, I don't want you smoothed, please. For the sake of the windows of the towers. Yeah, there you go. Now it's a bit better. It has more volume now. Now we have more space for the windows. Oh, this though. Yeah, I really don't like it like this. We're gonna take these and make it like this a little bit. Yeah, there you go. What happened here? Oh no, it's the same. Okay. I was worried for a second that I had moved something and forgot that it was moving. That I forgot a vertex. Because it happens and it's not the best. Something like this. I still want to keep the single windows. All the single windows. All the single windows. The single windows on the side. Because I feel like it gives a nice variation. But at the same time, it still is recalling the previous. The front windows. And really like the rest of the windows. So I really like this way. Alternatively, what we could do is simply get I'm gonna remove these and redo this. Alternatively, we could simply just get a triple window in the center, but I feel like that would be too much. So I would rather have this situation than another kind of situation, like triple windows. I feel like the front is the one that has to have the nicer windows, while these sides, it fits much better to have these kind. So we're gonna group the whole thing this time. And we are gonna just rotate it with discrete rotate. So that is discrete rotate is a snap. So it snaps it accordingly to your needs. So now, as you can see, we have our windows. And our castle looks much better with this. Now, I would, though, not exclude the possibility of having a little re-entrance, much like this. That would give a bit more breathing to our towers and feel a bit more in the same page, but a bit less, I think. Yeah, we like it. This looks really nice. Very nice. Yeah. Again, this window looking in the other window like a creep doesn't really fit too well, and neither does this. I mean, I suppose this can... this could work, but I'm still gonna keep them like this. Okay. Yeah. I think we're doing quite okay. What am I doing? What happened here? Okay. Let me find again. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So this would be it. We have made our clock, these windows. We made all the windows here. We made the door. Our roof no longer looks stupid. It actually looks like a decent roof. I would still bevel this, and this. Maybe that will look a bit better. Yeah, I like it better. Next step is gonna be a couple of things that I'm gonna do off stream, such as putting tiles here. And then we are gonna be taking care of the door thingy here. And then a couple of things to put here, like the chains. It would be nice to have the chains linked like here to some columns. Oh, how cool would it be? Now, I might be going a bit overboard, but how cool would it be to have, if you guys have ever played a Dragon Age, where there's those big statues with chains. It's kind of like is Bravos in Game of Thrones. There are these big statues of people holding chains. It would be cool to have these people holding chains on the sides. Would it be the same style though? Would we care? I'm gonna make some experimenting. Maybe I'm gonna sketch it first. Sketch it and try to, like, I'll take a little screenshot of this. And then I'm gonna try to, like, see how it works. Let's see how it works with Arnold right now. I mean, of course, we don't have our lights properly. I only have a directional light, which I needed because otherwise it was gonna look weird. But it's looking nicely right now. I really like it. I'm gonna have to paint the rocks with poly paint, I think, and see. Yeah, I like it. These windows could go a bit more up, I suppose. None of these. These are from the other tower and we don't really care. They don't need to match because it's like a different tower. I also might want to put a door here, like a back entrance for the sake of it. Almost like this can be its own structure. And I would like, so that I can also have like a different door, like more of a tiny, shady back entrance door. So, yeah. So next time, you guys are gonna see some stuff added. And maybe next time we could be working on the statues, actually. Why not? On the statues to put here and here. I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna see how that can be, how I can work on that. And then maybe we can add some statues like that. Yeah. Okay. So thanks to everyone for watching. I wish you a good evening, a good everything, and yeah, bye bye guys. I hope you had fun and see me having at times no idea what I'm doing, but at times also yes, I know what I'm doing. I would totally put a window here. Give me a sec. Something like this. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had to. So yeah, thanks to everyone for staying here. And